Hello Taurus, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, this is Blazer the Morkie over here. And we're here with your December monthly reading today. So we're going to do that yummy Celtic cross reading that I do for the monthlies today, and we'll close it off with a special message for the Taurus Collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and north node readings for additional context and texture. Be sure to recognize your Sagittarians, as December is a birthday month for many of them, so we are acknowledging their energies this month. And then also check out the description below where I have links to personal readings, I have links to donations, I have links to social media. Get involved with the creators community. We're having a lot of fun. I'm here every other Sunday night live on YouTube answering questions, and the community is really moving along nicely. We have some excellent questions coming up in there. And even if you don't have a question to ask, somebody else could ask one that resonates with you. So keep that in mind, Taurus. Might be something you want to do. Also, you can go to my channel and go to the live section, and that's where you will see all the replays. Okay, so, Taurus, I am feeling, you know what? I'm feeling a more gentle energy for you. I like that. I want to kind of grow into this feeling. I feel like I just want to take it all in. So you're probably wondering, well, what is it? In your current energies, you're showing me the Justice card, which is a card of balance. It could represent a Libra energy in your life. So that is something that is present with you, internally to you, or representing your relationships to other people. And the challenge right now is the Three of Cups. Maybe you're having a hard time making room for friends, or something to do with the community that you're in. One of the communities could be your work environment as well, but people that you're close with there. For some reason, that's challenging to you. Some of you may be trying to make new friends and open up to meeting new people, and that's a bit of a challenge. So we'll have to see how this goes. Stop eating your feet. He has that nervous, chewing the feet kind of thing. Yeah, you're fine. Just take a little nap. In your needed focus area, you have the Two of Pentacles. Wow, okay. I really see you in your sensual energies. Look at all the oranges in this, your comfort zone. Maybe there is some balancing to do there. Maybe that's why the Libra energies have come up in your current energy. You may be balancing your comfort zone with what you're not comfortable with. Staying where you are with making some sort of big decision or having a move happen, something like that. Things are kind of in flux here, but you're deep in your sensual energies with this at this time. In your past, you get the Ten of Pentacles. So this may have represented a time in your life where you considered things to be more stable or to be more complete, and we'll see why that's in the past, because I'm really looking to clarify that. It could also be letting go of the past that you never got. So there could be some childhood or early year healing going on there, things you're letting go of. And in your future energies, you get the Three of Wands. What a cool energy of looking to the future, literally. You may not be fully engaging in the steps you need to take, in the motion that you need to have to engage this future, but we'll have to clarify to see what's going on there. Right now, I see you visualizing it, and that's an important part of things, is to really look ahead and really picture yourself in that future version. So you may be going through that type of exercise right now. In your place of empowerment, you get the Empress. Taurus, I really love this energy of the Empress in your place of empowerment. I think it was that energy I was getting in the beginning where I just want to stretch and take up space and feel full and feel complete. And it's beautiful to see that you may have this comfort and this knowing within yourself. You may be really nurturing your own internal energies. Some of you, would represent a card of fertility, a really good auspicious time for you to conceive if that's something you're looking for. But also it's about creativity. We can conceive many things, ideas. We can conceive certain actions that we'll take, and it just depends on what fits your personal situation. In your allies and support, you have the Fool. This is risk-taking. This is returning to that blank slate, that tabula rasa, that clear place, and taking the leap from there. So with this being in your allies and support, December may be a good month for you to take that certain action or take that certain risk. I feel like you take a risk on yourself. That's what it feels like. Take a risk on yourself to do something you've been meaning to do. In your environment, you get the Queen of Wands. To me, this feels very fiery. It feels very warming. It feels both like peaceful and spiritual, but also active and interesting and fun. And so I think December for you and the holidays are going to be a really good time to kind of rejuvenate, reset, and really get back into your passionate energies, because Taurus is a very passionate sign, and you carry a lot of sensuality that can mean enjoying the foods that you like. You know, maybe you're trying to lose weight, maybe you're on a diet, maybe you're trying to eat healthy, but having that turkey and having that time, you know, that ham, that turkey, that pumpkin pie, whatever it is, and just enjoying it, just enjoying these different experiences that are a part of being human. In your hopes and fears, you get the Five of Swords. Something definitely feels tense for you. And I say feel, even though we have the swords here, because I think physically, some of you could be feeling a little off. And I'm not talking about like the holiday food hangover. I'm talking about there's just something, possibly it's a hormonal imbalance, possibly you're dehydrated, something that some of you could literally be having headaches, or you're dealing with situations where you're like, okay, how do I release tension? I'm getting, you know, tension headaches, or I'm too much at a computer, or I'm getting migraines, whatever it might be. It looks like there might be that little bit of, you know, imbalance going on there that might be blocking a few things. But all of this is going to be very interesting to clarify. In your potential outcome, you get the Six of Cups, and this I feel is a bridging for you, a bridging of the past and the future, a certain rite of passage, a certain coming into yourself. I wanted to say coming of age, and it could be for some of you, but this is usually adults watching my channel, but it could be the new age, the new era for yourself. And it feels very heart-led and very emotionally fulfilling. Okay, let's look at this Justice card. I know Justice was an important aspect for Virgo as well, so if you have any Virgo placements, you might want to check out that reading. Let's look at this Justice card for you, and I'm about to sneeze. Oh my goodness. There's that imbalance. Whatever is feeling out of balance to you, try to identify what it is in your life, because it wants to be released. Something needs to be brought into balance. I see it's your focus here. The Hermit and the Strength card. Yeah, Taurus, you need, for the month of December, you know, I'm all about action. And I think, excuse me, there are actions that are going to be needed for you moving forward. You have some active cards here, but for the month of December, if any of you have been thinking about, do I launch this project? Do I try to take this new job? Do I push myself? The answer that you're telling me here, your greater being is saying no. It's a good time for introspection. It's a good time for hermit mode. It's a good time for retrospection, where we reflect on the journey that we've taken to date, where we've come from, where we're headed. And the Strength card comes in. That's a bit of a Leo energy kind of coming forth to really be strong. And not being strong just like trying to convince yourself that you are, but really acknowledging your own strength. Really coming into embodiment, because you do have that Empress. The Empress is the card of embodiment. So embodying strength is very important. Weight training, might be very good for some of you. That may be what bring you into balance here. You may need to look at protein in your diet and strengthen yourself that way. You are an earth sign, so when you can affect those small physical changes, those changes will carry on. But take some time for yourself now. Don't be doing what other people think is best for you. You need to be doing what you think is best for you. The Hermit has it all. The Hermit is the master magician. The Hermit's also the card of Virgo. So again, some of you might just want to listen to the Virgo reading as well, because it might have some relatability to you. For the Three of Cups in your challenge position, you get the Judgment card and the Queen of Pentacles. To me, Taurus, what may be challenging you right now is your position in groups, your position in communities. I think with the Hermit and the reflection and the retrospective kind of energies that you're looking into and being strong, like embodying your strength, coming into balance, you're being called. You're being called to surrender into this. The Queen of Pentacles is you here. We have this beautiful peacock with her here. So that may be a totem for some of you. And I feel like the peacock is a very beautiful symbol, and it symbolizes compassion. In this case, this is compassion toward yourself. Very much a you with you kind of energy, and you with the universe kind of energy, right? And right now what I'm seeing is that this is a challenge. You may be thinking about, how are my relationships going to change because of what I'm doing? Maybe you are retracting a bit from being that go-to person that somebody or a lot of somebody's need, because you are taking your own self-care into your own hands as a priority. And so there may be some angles here where people could try to guilt trip you. That may be a little challenging. You may be being made to feel guilty about decisions you've made, but it really is time to embrace yourself here and really understand. And you can have compassion for that's how other people feel, but you do not have to take it on as like, that means I need to change what I'm doing. I can have compassion that they feel that way, but I don't have to change what I'm doing. I don't have to change my focus, and I don't have to come out of this hermit mode at this moment just to appease somebody else's expectations of me. Whew, and the nose is starting to run. There we go. Yeah, you want to release that. You want to release that, and the relationships that you build moving forward, you want to have that be embodied in those relationships where that is honored. The Two of Pentacles in your needed focus area. Whew, here's the Justice card again for you, Taurus, and the Moon. Something that you've been struggling with up until this point of gaining clarity about is about to be revealed. I feel like the blindfold is coming off. I feel like the indecision or juggling and the back and the forth of whatever you've been negotiating or, scrambling, there, it kind of feels like a scrambled energy. This is getting ready to come to light, to come to clarity, to come into full presence. And maybe it is some lessons that you've learned along the way. Maybe the lessons of making sure that you have that proper self-care in place and that self-honoring in place. Again, for you, this could be very sensual in nature. So you getting to really enjoy, your humanity, the things you enjoy being a human, your favorite tea, your favorite coffee. These kinds of things are going to help with this clarity and this focus. Cooking yourself a nice meal, a little treat for yourself, because the Moon, that's powerful, like shadow energy, and the Justice card bringing it to light. Maybe some things are going to come to light about a situation that were previously hidden and overshadowed. For the Ten of Pentacles in your past energies, yes, the Two of Swords and the Lovers. Taurus, this looks like, for the great majority of you, that this is it's either a past relationship, romantic relationship, or this is you reflecting on your past life with like your family, like growing up, your childhood, your teenage years. I feel like for some of you, and the nose is running. For some of you, you were stripped of the opportunity to have a stable upbringing. There could have been divorce involved in your family, or a parent that was unavailable, emotionally unavailable. For others of you, you could have been taught not to trust in love, or to be super cautious or overly critical of men or of women. And these are things, thankfully, showing up in your past. This means you've recognized this as something that really had you trapped and really had you bogged down. So I like that you're releasing this. You seem to be, or have done this with love. And I think in December, being kind of a nostalgic month for a lot of people around, sandwiched in the holidays, it's something pretty important for you here to acknowledge. And maybe that's part of that Hermit retrospection, is that you're clearing that up. For the Three of Wands in your future energies, you get the Death card and the Hanged Man. And wow, these are really powerful energies. So remember, I said the Three of Wands, you know where your passion lies, you know your desires. You may not be fully acting on them, but you are envisioning them. And what I think is going to happen for a lot of you is the things that have been blocking you from taking action, by the time the month is over, that's going to open up. And you're going to have this whole new perspective for the quote unquote new year, you know? So now this period of time for some of you could extend longer than the month of December. You could already be going through this process. I think this new perspective, though, that eases up or eases into your being is going to be when you move out of the hermit mode and into action. So if you've been beating yourself up about not doing enough or something like that, you're supposed to be a bit in this hermit mode right now. Your greater being is like, this is an important part of your process. You can still envision the future self, even though you're not there yet, and maybe work through some of the energies that come up with that, thoughts, emotions, memories. Knowing that these energies are, with the Death card here, going to transform soon, then you will feel the freedom to be looking at things from different perspectives. So again, I feel this is a reading where certain things are really going to come to light for you. With the Empress card, you get the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands. This being in your place of empowerment, the Eight of Wands is a fast-moving energy. And I think it has all to do with this process that you're going through here and bringing that. It's really about bringing that balance into your emotional energies, into then your thoughts, bringing it into your body. It's really aligning the emotions, the thoughts, and the body. And it doesn't have to be big things, Taurus. I know you have big energy, but just pick one little thing and see how one thing, like let's say you decide you lift some weights. How are you thinking about things when you're lifting the weights? How are you feeling about things? What does it feel like in your body? You know, and beginning to identify the ways in which you feel strong, because the Empress is all about embodiment. So she's going to feel it all together in her body. And with this Queen of Cups energy, I think there's going to be a really strong recognition that the path forward for you involves making sure your own cup is full at all times, and that you are justified. You are justified in the times where you do take the hermit mode, right? Because you are regaining your strength. You're regaining your power. You're regaining your prowess. For some of you, it's your confidence, your prowess. There's pieces of your personality and character that are really benefiting from that time. So you're here to say, hey, I'm going to move into this. And there's going to be times where this is happening really quickly, or, you know, basically on the flip of a switch, I'm going to be in hermit mode because it's what I need to do to take care of myself. So there may be these times of solitude that are really important, not isolation, but solitude where you can have a damn peaceful moment to yourself and it be completely okay. In fact, let's make it luscious and sensual and rich and just delightful. Let's engage our senses with that because the Empress wants to feel it all. She's embodied in it all. The Queen of Cups makes sure that cup is full. And I think that this being your place of empowerment and embodiment is going to translate into some amazing shifts in your world. For the allies and support, you have the Fool, remember? So that 0 point energy, the 0 of the Fool, we take it back to the beginning, right? That clean slate. And we have the World card and the 10 of Cups. So yeah, this is, you can't get to the Fool without moving through the portal of the World. So whatever cycles that you're bringing to a close right now, and maybe it's the cycle of succumbing to guilt tripping for some of you, or being made to feel bad about decisions you've made or words you've said or something like that, right? And really taking that on, I think you're going to be releasing that. Starting fresh and kind of trust falling with the universe. But on the other side of things here, we have the 10 of Cups, which is a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful energy of you finding your place in community, you finding your place amongst friends, you being able to celebrate how far you've come, what you've done. Amethyst might be a really nice crystal for you to work with during this time. Kind of engage in the more clairvoyant energies. Some of you have very powerful clairvoyant, clairsentient energies that need to be nurtured with that Empress there. So for some of you mystics, that's the case. If you've been feeling things more powerfully, things are coming to your mind, it's happening faster, that amethyst will help facilitate that process and also offer like clarity and protection. For the Queen of Wands in your environment, you get the Magician and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, you're basically acknowledging that transformation is hard work and it takes a lot of focus. And I think there's times where other people's ways of handling this have overshadowed your own, and you've allowed them to kind of take over the way that you process or make your way not okay. Only their way is okay, my way or the highway kind of people. And no more, because you're understanding that you hold the magic. This Queen of Wands, she's looking right towards this Magician, and she's holding the magic in the palm of her hand. She's claiming it now. So something going on in your environment, it's time to take your magic back. You know what's best for you, not someone else. You can take into consideration the thoughts and feelings and reflections of the people that you care about and that care about you, but ultimately this is about you. The 5 of Swords here, that's that headache, right? It's either metaphorical or physical, is clarified by the Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands. There's something you're still resisting. It's a fear. I think your fear is you just don't know. Okay, very interesting, Taurus. I had to do a battery change in my camera during this part. So you had the 5 of Swords here in your hopes and fears, clarified by the Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands. And I really think this is the fear of where you're going to land in your life. There's this fear of like, where do I set my marker down? And for some of you, this could be changing jobs. For some of you, this could be the fear of things just, you not having a place to set yourself down. Yet you have this hope in you, this curiosity with this Page of Wands. He's always looking for the light. He's always looking for where things shine. He's looking for the beacon, okay? He may not know. This may make him feel very much like a beginner, like everything is new. And when we're moving from places where we are mentally locked down or even physically locked down into movement But finding our place where we can do that in a healthy manner, sometimes all we can do is look for the light and let the light illuminate the next step. Now, I'm not talking about, oh, you're all light working, you know, new age hippy dippy stuff here. I'm talking about the light that lights you up. The feeling that you get in your body when it says, go that way. Take your hermit time. The light is pointing that way. Now, take some time to enjoy some social time with friends. The light is pointing that way, right? And so it's like what lights you up, right? Where you feel lit up. You're turning one direction, you don't feel so much lit up that way. You turn another direction, you do feel lit up. And then put your mark there and take the step. You fear taking the step, I think sometimes because you're not super comfortable in not knowing how it's going to turn out. But again, that Virgo reading had the same thing. So you and Virgo are kind of trending here with some of the similar energies here. But you want that, I get it, you want that stability. You want something you can ground into. And I don't blame you. You're a Taurus, you're an earth sign. You need to be able to dig in. And right now, it's not super clear where you should dig in. Follow your light, follow your own internal. When you get lit up, that's where you go. So for the Six of Cups in your potential outcome, you get the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. There's definitely something of a previous emotional connection that you're going to likely be leaving behind in all of this. Now, this is not a decision you come to easily. You may feel like you're leaving a person behind, but I feel it's more emotional energies and the relationships that interfere with your own wisdom and emotional clarity. Those are the things you're turning your back on, you're walking away from. The people who cannot respect the way you do things and how you do things, and when you need that hermit mode, when you need that solitude and what it does for you to build your strength. The High Priestess is floating in here and saying, listen, you know, I've been through quite a journey here. And there are times when I was quite affected when I was younger. And there are many stepping stones. There are many stepping stones that I have taken to arrive where I am now. But I am more mature, I am more confident in myself, and I know what now not to put my energy into. And so I'll be reserving and conserving my energy for where it's most appropriate, and it has to first fill my tank. I have to fill my tank first. Now Blaze wants to come back up. So we've got some sort of noise going on outside. It's real life here. They may be working on they've been working on updating the sewers, so that could be something they're working on now. Taurus, let's get you a message. These are message cards that I wrote at one time. I just sat down, felt inspired, and wrote little messages. We're going to get the best one for you today. It says here, Taurus, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Yes, I can't think of a better way to close out your reading than this message. You really don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and you don't have to do things the way that other people expect you to do them. What might work for another person just may not work for you, and I think a lot of you are seeing that being reflected in your relationships, whether romantic, business, etc., family. You don't have to do anything that doesn't light you up. If you turn your energy toward a certain path or decision and it just falls flat or feels dark, that is not the direction you're meant to go, Taurus. You're going to take the path that lights you up. You don't know how it's all going to play out. You don't know where things are going to land, but you're going to trust yourself and where your own inner light is guiding you. That's why the Hermit came up in the beginning. And that's why the Hermit is helping you come into balance. Taurus, thank you so much for joining this reading today. It's been my absolute pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you next time.